Flosstube friends, it's time for another episode. Hi everybody, and welcome to another fun Friday Flosstube weekly update with me. I am Annie Joyfield Stitcher, both here on YouTube and on Instagram, and you have reached my video and channel about cross stitch and some other crafty endeavors. And this is Flosstube number 80. I cannot believe it. Oh, I like tens. I like tens and fives. And so we are on number 80, and it is Friday, November the 27th, 2020. November has flown by. We are nearly to the end of November. My Thanksgiving break has flown by. We are nearly to the end of that as well, and I don't think I've accomplished near what I would like to have accomplished. However, I have had a wonderful break. It has been restful. It has been wonderful to just be at home, be low-key, not wear my mask because I'm at home. So yeah, we've been tackling some projects around the house. The stitching has, I don't have as many whips to show because I have a bucket that's come out today that has not come out in a while because I have four finishes. Four finishes. If you remember from my last video, I said my goal was to get 4 finishes in order to start either yesterday or today, Quaker Pumpkins. I got 4 finishes. So I am super pumped about that because today, after this video, I am going to start Quaker Pumpkins. I will show it. I am sure that you are readily familiar with Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. So first things first, let's do some hugging, okay? So I hope everybody that celebrates U.S. Thanksgiving had a wonderful day yesterday. If yesterday was not your Thanksgiving, I do hope you have had a wonderful week. Maybe you've got some stitching in, enjoyed some time with friends safely or family safely. We had a very low-key, very laid-back Thanksgiving. We kept within our circle, so it was just myself, Mr. Joyfield Little One. That's our little family unit. My parents, who are part of our close circle because my mom sees Joyfield Little One and helps out with her quite often. And also my brother and his wife. My brother's wife works with my mom, so she's part of our circle. And my brother is at home. He's on disability, so he doesn't go anywhere. So we felt quite confident in all gathering together to have Thanksgiving, to enjoy a lovely meal. My dad traditionally has prepared almost all of it, and it was delicious. My mom made me sugar-free dessert, and I kept my carb count low, and so I didn't feel disgusting yesterday afternoon. I got some X's in my project. I knitted while I was at Thanksgiving, and it was just great. There was laughter, there was, to the point of like belly hurting, tears running down face. It was wonderful. So, and thank you to those who reached out and offered me up some wonderful Thanksgiving blessings. I appreciate that. My heart was so filled with joy. My heart consistently is filled with joy with just how amazing this community is. So, let's get a hug. Let's get a hug in, okay? So you ready for a hug? All right, here we go. There's one hug. There's a good hug. 2. We're going to give 2 hugs this week. I gave a hug last week, but I feel like let's give 2 hugs. And then 1 for yourself. So, all right, so a little administrative-y thing. Thank you to those who commented on my intro and outro. I really super enjoyed creating those. This week, my outro is going to be wrong because I created the slide for the outro on my work computer. And guess where my work computer is? At work. And I wasn't going to go get it. So I want to personally thank the 4 folks that bought me a fancy floss or more this past week. And thank you so much. And I will get that slide updated and include you next week. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That's Rolodex Stitches. That's Carla, Catherine M, Cammie T, and Shannon. So thank you so much for buying me a fancy floss or more. It means so much. It helps me keep these videos ad-free. I do want to point out one thing. YouTube has updated their terms of services. Apparently now they can choose to put ad content in videos where I've selected it to not be. I don't believe there have been any ads yet, but if you see an ad, let me know, because I have them turned off. And I don't want there to be ads. So if you're seeing them, they're not generated by me. That means they're generated by YouTube. I don't know, because I don't have monetization off, but I have it turned off for the video. I don't know if I'll have to go in and like delete my... It even says that if you're not monetized, they can put ads in. Which I'm not so certain that I really enjoy that idea. But I might have to roll with it, because I don't know of another platform where I can spend time with each of you. I did do a live de-stash here on Tuesday evening. That was super fun. It made me remember how fun a live video is until you get a little trolling. So any of you that were there probably saw the person that kept asking like how old I was. I'm 40. I'm not young. I'm not hip. I'm not like the next best thing. I'm 40. And I'm wearing new glasses that are blue light that probably are giving me a little bit of a warm glow. But let me tell you why I'm wearing these and not my regular glasses. These are the same style. They're just a different look, and they have the blue light. I wear them with when I work on the computer. Could be because we did a project with spray paint earlier this week, and I wore my regular glasses. And they have a fine dusting of white spray paint. And I've yet to figure out exactly what I can use to take it off without removing the like anti-reflective coating and stuff. So if you have any thoughts on how to get like fine flecks of spray paint off a pair of glasses without completely ruining them, I can order another pair. They cost me $6.95. Like, that's not a problem. I probably will just do that anyway. In fact, Zinni might be having a Black Friday sale. Speaking of Black Friday, I adore the fact that I think pretty much everything was closed yesterday for the first time in I don't know how many years. It kind of used to be that Black Friday was like, it started at 6 a.m. on Friday, and then it started pushing back, and then I remember one year it was like midnight, and then it pushed back into like 8 p.m. on Thursday, and then last year it was 6 p.m. on Thursday. And my husband and I have traditionally kind of gone out and got one or two things that were available at a really good price. Like last year was my iPad was available at Target on a super steal. But I liked that that was not an option. And I know there was kind of a movement to abstain from Black Friday shopping. I did some, but it was online. Because everything I wanted was available online. So. And because honestly, I've seen far too many people out and about in my area wearing their mask with their nose hanging out. And it bums me out because our numbers are atrocious right now. And I'm looking at going back to work on Monday and putting my child back in school on Monday. And we're hopeful we can make it 3 weeks to Christmas. Yeah. Enough about that. That's not what you're here for. You're here for the stitching and some of my ramblings. So because there were a number of finishes this week, my whips were kind of few and far between. But first thing, let me go ahead and let's share who is getting some beautiful fabric. So last week I shared that I was giving away, and this kind of makes my screen look funny, so I don't know if it's making your screen look funny. We'll just go with it. I have not cut this yet, but this is a full yard of Priscilla's Pretty Plaids in this orange and black. It is on the bias, which I think is really awesome. It means it's already at a diagonal, which is how she prefers kind of to finish her things, is with the gingham on a diagonal, which actually is a lot easier than trying to keep it straight. And you have less fabric waste if it's printed on the diagonal. A little bit there. So I said I was going to cut this into 4 pieces and send a fat quarter to each of 4 people who said the word plaid in the comments. They also needed to have filled out my Google Happy Mail form that's in the description box below. it's asking for your shipping information so I can send you fun happy mail. If you have not filled it out and you do say, oh, plaid, but then when I pick your name through the Google random comment picker thing, if I don't see you on my spreadsheet, which I do sort alphabetically each time by YouTube name, and that is just your name on YouTube. So it does not mean you have to have a channel to have a name on YouTube. It's whatever it is. Like mine is Joy-Filled Stitcher, but I know some people it's just their name. That's what I want you to put in there, because when it pulls up your comment, that's what it pulls up, and then it'll tell me what your comment was. So I look for plaid. And not just saying like, oh, plaid is amazing, we wore a lot of plaid in the 70s. It's like, I would like a piece of plaid, the plaid fabric, or the plaid fabric is beautiful. Then I've rambled on about this long enough. Y'all know how this works. Anywho, the people who are getting a fat quarter each of this beautiful fabric sent to them are Cade's Crafts. And I loved your comment because you mentioned that you found me through Erin 2 Martini Stitcher, so thank you. She's my stitchy bestie, and I think that's pretty awesome that she sent you over here. So thank you to you, and thank you to Erin, and I'm sending you a fat quarter of fabric. Vicky Benyo, I am hoping I'm not butchering your last name. It's B-E-N-Y-O, Benyo, Vicky Benyo. Congratulations, Vicky. Sue Allen, congratulations to you, Sue. And Cassie Joe Stitches, so congratulations, Cassie. I will get these out in the mail hopefully this weekend. I am going to be working tomorrow on getting all the D-Stash stuff out that has been paid for. I love doing the live D-Stash. I might do that again next time. I might go back to Instagram. I don't know. We'll see. And then I also have some additional happy mail. I need to hand address a bunch of envelopes, and that just takes time, and my hands cramp. It's weird. I can cross stitch and knit, but if I'm writing, I press hard, and when I press hard, it causes my thumb to go to sleep. So I kind of have to do it in spurts. All right, let's talk about some stitching, shall we? I think we're going to start with some finishes. Let's start with some finishes, okay? So I worked on all 4 of these this week and pushed for a finish, and I was successful in doing so. So the first one, and I have pulled most of the tags out of these and put them in my whip book already, or my finishes book. So let me see if I have one of my tags to show. Oh, it's on this one. So I have these tags that I created. They're business cards, and then I bought these little sleeves on Amazon, bought the business cards on Amazon, and when I bought the sleeves, it said, oh, you can use Avery 5390 in here. I would take a picture from the chart, like just a screen grab or a picture that's on the internet, and just copy and paste it, put the information. I have not put the finish date on this because it is finished. And then I hang them from my bags with those little light bulb. They're the hookless, I don't know what their actual name is, but they're the safety pins that don't have a little whoop in the end, so they don't get stuck. And then when I'm finished with a project, I put them in a little small, it's a photo album for those Instax, the little instant pictures. Anywho, the first finish that I had comes from the 2020 Nashville Cookbook. This is the Nashville Needlework Market Cookbook. Each year they put out a cookbook, but it also has cross-stitch patterns. I noticed that it is getting moved back to, I know this is not new information, but it's getting moved to May this year in hopes that it will still happen. And so I have a finish on the cute little squirrel baking. In my opinion, she is baking a pumpkin pie. And I did a conversion to color and cotton flosses. When I stitched the pedestal, I stitched it in such a way that it gave me like it appears 3D to me. So I kind of stitched the border and then I stitched it circularly. So it gave me kind of the dimension. And this is on 28 count linen from Weeks Dye Works in the, which one of the ginghams is this? Light khaki gingham. And it's a 28 count linen. And I actually only used half the piece. I ironed it for y'all. I feel so fancy that I ironed today. And so I think it's really super cute. I don't know exactly what kind of a finish I'm going to do for it yet. Maybe just a little ornament. And so yeah, It's finished. And this was living in a Kathy pouch. Kathy made this. She's been a long time friend and viewer, and she sent this to me. And so Squirrel Pie was living in it. That's what I call it, Squirrel Pie. And now something else will need to. All right, so my next finish was one I started last December. This is from Barbara Anna Designs, and this is called Needlework. This is actually a freebie that is in her Facebook group that is Barbara Anna's Stitcher Society, or it's Stitcher Society for Barbara Anna. And it's this really sweet little freebie with different sewing items and then these kind of raven looking birds. I stitched this in the Color and Cotton Silk that was in the Harvest mystery box last year. It's a beautiful silk. It reminds me a lot of their Dahlia floss that kind of has those magenta and plum tones, which is one of my favorites. Their silk is beautiful. They don't do it very often. It's usually a special edition type thing. So it was kind of special to have it for this project. This is a 32 count, no, a 36 count mystery linen. I'm not sure from whom or what or where. And I have a finish, and I ironed it for y'all too. So I think this turned out beautiful. I love the variegation in the floss and how the birds turned out differently based on where I started what strand. This bird is about 1 stitch taller than this bird because this bird's legs were stitched shorter. It's okay. I love the button details and the scissors, and I put the year inside the scissors. That made the most sense to me because I am going to finish this in a heart shape, and I didn't want the date to deviate from that shape. So I think this turned out really pretty. I noted I did not put a date on Squirrel Pie, so I do need to go ahead and do that at some point. All right, my next step was, this was also a start last year in December. This is from Barbara Anna Designs, and this is Christmas Hair. This was originally in the 2018 Christmas winter issue of Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. I stitched this on a piece of 18 count Aida in Fathom. It's from Picture This Plus. I did not put in the vines or the stars. I just stitched the Santa on the rabbit, or hare, excuse me, jumping over the village. And I love the color theory in this, the color palette, that it's not your traditional reds and greens. Barbara Anna has beautiful Christmas charts, but I love this idea. And I know that there's some kind of, I think there's a Sal that's Tiny Rider Sal, and so this is a Tiny Rider. I also had Witch Ride, which was a Tiny Rider. And I put the finish year 20 in the little kind of, I guess it's snow at the bottom, and I did that snow in a half stitch. I only did 10 stitch on that. It was not on purpose, but I kind of liked how it looked, and I was like, I'm done. And I just love it. I love the colors. I love these little kind of salt box looking houses, and his hair slash beard blowing in the wind. I love it. Love it. We have been watching kind of on like repeat. I don't know why this is in here. Is there another project in this bag? There is. So I need to pull this card out. We've been watching 2 different Netflix original kind of Christmas movies on repeat. The first is, we have been watching Jingle Jangle, which is a Netflix original. It came under their category of Representation Matters. It has a predominantly minority cast of characters, and it's very diverse. There are characters that do look like me, but the main characters are people of color. And it's got singing and dancing and beautiful costumes, and it's like got this inventor entrepreneurship attitude to it, and a great storyline about, you know, just continuing on, and oh, it's so good. And then Joy-Filled Little One has been obsessed with Christmas Chronicles since it came out in 2018, I think, and has been desperate for the second one to come out. Well, it did come out. She saw it and went, "It's out!" And she screeched and was so excited. It's about how I screeched when I saw like NSYNC the first time in concert. And she has a heart for Christmas. I told her, remember, I have to watch it first. And the reason why is they said like a couple of iffy words in the first one, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't too dark, there wasn't anything that was too serious, because I knew it had Belschnickel in it. But we've watched it like 4 times, and it's only been out since like Wednesday, and Jingle Jangle. But I'm okay with it. I love me a good Christmas movie. I can't wait till we watch Elf. All right, so this one still has a needle in it. Let's put that there. This is a chart that was in the Just Cross Stitch June 2017 issue, which I think it was a preview in that issue. I think it might also be in that year's Ornament issue, but this is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery's Nutcracker ornament. My brother collects German nutcrackers, and so I stitched this for him. I did not put the border on, and I used DMC Etoile. And so it is finished. I beefed up the colors a little bit and changed them out a little bit. Like the jacket was not quite such a bold red. It was more of like an orangey red. And then I put the year 20 next to his boots. And I just think it turned out really cute. And this is on another one of those gingham linens. This is the Natural Tin Roof 28 count gingham linen from Weeks Dye Works. And I think it turned out cute. And I need to get it finished for Christmas to give it to him this year. So yeah, that was super exciting. All right, so whips. Obviously those were whips. Those were things I worked on. I also worked on, this one's still on my frame, so I will show that in just a second. I also am working on and need to continue working on for Stitcherories. This is Bloom. This is by Cherry Hill Stitchery. I did a color conversion on this to kind of brighten up the colors. And let me take the bottom Q-snap off. This has a needle minder for Mad for Minders. Find them on Etsy. I think they're having a little bit of a sale. And this is on 25 count Lugana from Be Stitch Me in granite. And I am doing this 2 strands over 2. So it's larger. It's like a 12.5 count when it stitches up, so you can see. I worked on this flower, and then I've started on this flower, and I need to finish this, the pink part of this flower. No, that's a story. This flower is done for the counting I need to do, and then this one I need to do all of the pink on. So it's a lot of filling in, but this is a variegated floss, and I don't want it to stripe, because it does. This is one that will stripe quite significantly, and so I need to think a little more thoughtfully about how I use it. So I do need to put some more time into this before Saturday at midnight. I think it's done then. It has been every other week, so we'll see. I need to look and see. And then I also, this is still on my Case Creation Z-frame, but this is from Modern Folk Embroidery, excuse me, and this is the Noel pillow pattern. It's beautiful. I am stitching this exclusively in Color and Cotton Carmine, which is a beautiful light variegated red, but it's even got, it kind of goes a little bit towards pinks. It reminds me of like a 304-309 combo, DMC. And as I said, I still have this on my frame because I was working on it last night and trying not to fall asleep. My hours have been all skewed. This is on Color and Cotton 18 count Ada in Rosé, and this is a beautiful fabric. And so I am working on the checkerboard border a tiny bit more, and then I'm going to start coming in here. I'm going to kind of take a break from the border work and come in and do some of the scrolling and things like that. So I'm really enjoying this. I did have a goof up right here because it goes from being checkerboard to like there's a 3 and then a single stitch right here. I'm not sure if this was based off of something from the past, and so that's why it looked that way. I'm not really sure. So I had to go and frog out, you know, like 2 or 3 blocks and go back up. I worked on this a little bit at my parents' yesterday. Not with my frame, just in hand. And then I've got some of the Smart and Cool brand little stretchy magnet things. And one is acting as a needle minder. So, yep. And thank you also, all of you that left me super sweet comments about my needle minder embroidery hoop. I'm going to have to come up with another one because I have some in stash. Oops. All right, so real quick, let's talk about plans. Then we'll talk about what I'm giving away this week or passing the stash on. And then I'll show you my little bit of haul. This is going to be a short video, my friends. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton to show. I have not finished binding off my Christmas quilt. It is on my list to do. This weekend, though, we're trying to get all the Christmas put up and decorated so that in the evenings I can start wrapping presents. Yeah. I don't want to sequester myself in my room on the 23rd for 4 hours wrapping everything, because that's what usually ends up happening. Anywho, so today, after this video, I am going to be starting by Hello from Liz Matthews. This is Quaker Pumpkins. I am recharting this bottom. I am changing out this black right here to a green. I saw, it might have been Megan, Georgia Girl Stitching, who did that first, or she saw it from somebody and did it. She also changed out the ravens to fall leaves. But what I'm wanting to chart is in everything give thanks. I'm going to see if it works. I think it does, but I'm not 100% sure. I had also contemplated just stitching it from this border up. We're going to see. And I do have some colors in that I ordered separate from what was called for. I decided I was going to swap out the stems for Little Brown House. And I might even change the birds to that little brown. And then I've got, I don't know why I pulled this, except that I thought the words might be good in this. This is Candied Yams. We'll see. And then I thought for the green, spinach would be good. Those are all classic colorworks. Oh, and then the rest of it is in the called for gorgeously autumnal palette of Weeks Dye Works. This lives in a super cute Stitch Toolbox bag. It's a vinyl front. This was one I had to keep. It has these super cute pumpkin peeps on the back, and you've got gratitude, happy fall, this little cat with leaves. This cat has a pumpkin on its back. And then if you look on the front, she even kind of somehow managed to have the cat and a couple of little pumpkin heads peeking out over the zipper. And I think this is adorable. I love Anna's bags. And I purchased her mystery box that has a bag that will be coming at some point. And I am stitching this on the called for color from Color and Cotton. It's Boardwalk. I am doing it in a 20 count Ada, however. I loved the colors and how it looked, but I didn't want linen. I decided I was going to stitch this on the 20 count. I'm loving the 20 count Ada. Plus it's one strand, which means it's a little less thread heavy. All right, so let's see what I'm passing along. I have 3 charts that I'm going to send to someone who gets picked this week. It is open for 1 week. I would ask that you please not say giveaway, free, you know, all the words that people can search for, and then it'll pop up my video. I want these to go to stitchers, people who will stitch them, appreciate them, and love them. Please be 18 so I can legally have your address. Please have filled out my Google Happy Mail form down in the description box below. If it is not a flat chart, it will be taken out of the plastic bag and placed in an envelope without the plastic bag. That way I can send it with a stamp. I can send all the way up through a 9x12 envelope. Just kidding. I can send all the way up through a 6x9 envelope with one forever stamp. A 9x12 envelope I can send with a $1 stamp, and I have some of those on the way. So I feel like now I can send larger charts. The first one, this was one that I received in an order from a shop, and I thought it's so cute, but I will never stitch it. It reminds me of Pam and Steph Just Keep Stitching. This is a By the Bay Needle Arts. This is Lighthouse by the Sea #4. If you are interested in stitching this and me to send it to you, I would like for you to use the word lighthouse, all one word, lighthouse, just like it is in the chart. Lighthouse, lighthouse. All right, so that's the first one. The second one, and I will be taking this out of the plastic, is Heartstring Samplery's Festive Little Fobs. This is Summer Garden Edition. I know it's Summer Garden, but I thought it's kind of harvesty, and we're kind of in that harvest time. And so if you would like to have this one sent to you, you're going to put in your comment tomato, Tomato. Please don't add S's, like don't say, I love tomatoes on my salad. It won't pop up. So tomato, okay? Tomato. I'll go back over them in just a minute. And the last step is, this is from Carriage House Samplings. This is Tomcat Alley. It does have a little bit of a crimp in the corner, but it doesn't affect the chart in any way, shape, or form. Has this super cute cat with this long squiggly tail. I think this spider's super funny, and the moon and the cat. I mean, it's just so cute. It calls for MP needlepoint silk. However, it does have a DMC list, and it's a 50 by 104. So it's not a very large stitch. And so yeah, if you are interested in this, you're going to use Tomcat, all one word, Tomcat. So Tomcat, all one word. Tomato, singular. Lighthouse, all one word. Lighthouse, tomato, Tomcat. So yeah, these are the 3 that I'm going to select next week right before my video. So yay, awesome. All right, so here we go. It's joy-filled stashy stash time. It's joy-filled stashy stash time. What do we have in my joy-filled stashy stash bin? We have some stuff. The first thing we have is some minders from Mad for Minders. So I got 3. I went in for this one because I love Elf. And I love the scene where the narwhal comes up and he goes, bye, buddy. I hope you find your dad. I just think it's so cute. And this is one of her little, like, acrylic ones. I've not had one of them, but I think they're very well made. They're very sturdy feeling. I'm excited about this one. I needed a turkey. And not just any turkey, but a fanciful turkey in a top hat. So top hat turkey is awesome. And then, if you don't know this about me, I love the Golden Girls. Love the Golden Girls. In fact, I have Mary Eliza McMillan, which is a Hands Across the Sea Samplers chart, in a bag, a project bag that I made out of a Golden Girls t-shirt. Yes, I did. Yes, I do. So this is going to go on that project. Because, you know, I mean, it's the dichotomy there. It's the reproduction sampler from the 1800s with the Golden Girls. Yeah. Yeah, so I did order a few. I am going to check out and see if she has a sale. I'm obsessed with all of her minders. They are exceptionally strong. They have very, very strong magnets. Madforminders.com. I think this takes you to her Etsy shop. I have purchased only from her Etsy shop. 100% recommend. All right, next up, and this actually took, I don't know what happened, but Mystical Diamond Art, I heard about them on someone's channel. They have traditionally been just in kind of the diamond art hemisphere, world, universe. And they've started to trickle over, and they have some hand-dyed flosses, and they have a Floss of the Month club. So I went on their website, and you can purchase singular packs of past months. So I believe I purchased August, September, and October. So I'm sharing these with you. The owner is fantastic. She happened to notice that they were taking kind of a ridiculous amount of time to get to me. She's in New Mexico. I'm in Texas. We're next door to each other. And I know Texas is big, but like, not that big. So she actually sent out another pack because the other one I think either got returned to her or is lost, or this may be the original. I don't really know. But so this, I'm not sure which month this is. They are not labeled on the bags, but they're all beautiful. So this first one has smoke. These are 8 yards of cotton. They are not color fast. Camel, great neutral. They're highly variegated. Schoolhouse red. It's a beautiful Christmassy red. Periwinkle. This is darker than what I would say a periwinkle is, but it's still beautiful. And then this one says it is charcoal blue. I don't know that that's the name I would have given that. That's more like a cerulean, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So that was one of the months. This other month had amethyst. This one's gorgeous. And it's interesting how she kind of has them looped through once, and then this is tucked in behind, so they kind of go, I'm not doing it right. I'm pulling on them and they're coming out. But this amethyst is beautifully variegated. Cookie, another good neutral. Pumpkin is fantastic. It's got oranges and browns. Ooh, I love this one. Gourd. This is greens and yellows. Golden yellows. Kind of a chartreuse almost. And then Atlantis. Love it. I will give you the website here in just a second. And then this was the last set that I got. So this one has sunrise, wine, which is a beautiful burgundy-ish color, eggplant, a nice dark purple, rose, that's pretty, and emerald. So it is Mystical Diamond Art, and you can see, hopefully see, that it's mysticaldiamondart.com. mysticaldiamondart.com. So go check it out. See if you're into diamond painting. She had some very cool stuff. I'm kind of taking a hiatus from that. So yeah. Speaking of flosses, I got my Color in Cotton. This is the October 2020. I get the all colors 10s. I get 10 of the all colors. And so I got these and these just to show you kind of what I got. And so in the first one, this is cranberry and Aztec, lemongrass and dusty blue, and witch's brew. That is really super, super pretty. It's a super dark purple, but when you kind of look at it at first glance, you're like, ooh, that's brown. No, it's not. It's a really dark, neutral purple. So it doesn't have any like royalness to it. If that makes any sense. I don't think it does. All right, then we've got olive brown and cameo. And then 3 really pretty blues. Flagstone, royal blue, and frosted spruce. I think I have, do I have frosted spruce? I have something similar, but these are really pretty together. So another fantastic assortment from Angela over at Color in Cotton. This is one I am continuing into the new year. So then I got a surprise treat in the mail. I am a patron of Stitch Life magazine on Patreon. And every other month, they send out like a little goodie to their patrons. I already get daily videos, which is really cool. We get a weekly newsletter and then a monthly magazine, like digital magazine. And then every other month they send out gifts. They're about to open a subscriber box. And I have one I think that's going to be on the way to me in a bit to kind of look at and see, and I cannot wait. But so my gift this month, this bi-monthly gift, one of these really cool like little pockets that you can stick on your phone or your tablet or in a notebook, and it can hold cards, it could hold a paper clip. So this is really cool. I'm actually probably going to put this inside my Stitchy book because I think it might actually hold like some little like small postage or something. I'm not sure. And then this super cute decal that's a hoop that says Stitch Happens. Love it. That's for sure going on something. And then my love of plannery type stickers. Look at this sheet of stickers. So it's got a Stitch Life sticker. It's got needles. It's got embroidery hoops. And then they say feeling stabby, thread head. Like super cute. And they're really high quality. These are by Stitch Life. These are designed for Stitch Life from ZZ Sticker Co. ZZ Sticker Co. So, super fun surprise that I will use. I still use my Stitch Life bag, like a lot. All right, so then somebody had mentioned Hobbyhouse Needleworks and how fantastic they were. I wholeheartedly agree. Excuse my dog, who sometimes acts as if he's a cat and hacks up, like, sounds like he's hacking up a hairball. Hobbyhouse Needleworks, they are at hobbyhouseneedleworks.com. They are out of New York. I was searching for, I think it's Deb of Country Stitchers, talks about her Hardwick Manor hoops, I think. And I am loving the little Cosmo hoop, but it only works on my small projects because it's a 4-inch hoop. I did order a 6-inch hoop off of Snuggly Monkey on Etsy, one of the little Cosmo spring action ones. So that's coming. But I needed, like, for my bigger projects. I'm kind of doing a hoop assessment. And so I got 2 Hardwick Manor hoops. I have ordered 2 Nerge hoops off of a shop on Etsy, but they are coming from the UK, so they will probably be a bit. But I know that Rika of House of Stitch and Stash loves them. And so I'm just trying out hoops. I have grown sad about the latest Q-snaps that I have gotten. I am going to put some of my clamps in the dishwasher because everybody has said that that will tighten them up. But I have some seriously loose clamps. And I think it's probably because of the way that I use them. It's probably completely my fault. And that's really okay. But I'm going to try hoops too because they will work in my stitchy stand. So this is an 8.5, and this is the 5/16 width. So they have a 5/16, a 5/6, and a 7/8, I think. So they're kind of like, this is kind of what they recommend, I guess, for like needlework. And then as you move up in the width, it's better for like working on quilting and things like that. You can absolutely use the thicker ones. I just went with this because I'm just trying them out. If nothing else, they will work for a finish. They were very reasonable. So this is an 8.5-inch hoop. And then I don't know my measurements clearly. This is a 12-inch 5/16 hoop. And it has a beautiful little like forged print. So, but this will work in my frame. I mean, it'll work with my, at least I think it will. I wanted to show them first, but as far as I know, they're going to work with my K Creations. And I think that I might like them because they're, like, this one will hold a big project. It'll give me a lot of stitchy real estate. But I don't know that I'm going to want to stitch, like, because I am a one-handed stitcher. That's a long way to go. So we'll see. I'm not sure. This one may be another larger needle minder. That would be excessive, I think. Okay. Also from them, because that couldn't travel by itself, I have loved these 2 Prairie Schooler Santas because one is like the knitting Santa. Now, I'm going to jazz him up in my own colors. I know people say, don't change the colors on Prairie Schoolers. I do. I changed every color on Christmas Tree Farm, and I adore it. I cannot wait to get that framed. I need to find a frame. But anyway, this is the 2007 Santa, and he's the knitting Santa. And then I love this one. He's the wool one. He's Peace on Earth with the sheep. And so this is the 2019 Santa. So I got these, the sheep, 2 sheep, the wool. I like it. He has a cool scarf, Peace on Earth. So I got those 2. And then I got Quaker Snowflakes. Even though I haven't even started Quaker Pumpkins, I adore this. And I love it on the blue. I love the blue on the white. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I think it's gorgeous. I think her fabric calls for Picture This Plus. I'm not super loving Picture This Plus Ada right now, but I bet you anything I could find something from Brandy at Be Stitch Me or Color and Cotton that would be gorgeous. So anywho, I'm excited about this. It's got this one, I think. This one is One Color of Gloriana in the Navy or DMC conversion. This one has 3 colors, either MPI or DMC. I might do MPI. So I've been wanting to try them. I think I'm doing the MPI subscription through Fat Quarter Shop that starts in January. All right, one more thing, and then we are done, my friends. So I love Diana, It Is Kismet Stitches. I love her, and I love her bags. And she posted in her little Facebook group that she had some fabric that she was going to make into bags. And she sent me a picture, and she goes, this might be one of my most favorite bags. It's going to be hard to send it to you. I can see why. It's gorgeous. So this is the fabric that she posted. I love the like celestial, the bird cage with the stars. It's beautiful. And then the front, love this yellow zipper. It like makes everything glow. And then the green, she just has an eye for the details of these bags. It has the heavy duty vinyl. I love the half size. It'll fit a half size chart. She sent me a beautiful card that coordinates with my bag so well. And surprisingly, like I'm blown away. She sent me this beautiful chart from Erica Michaels, which is Always Thankful. And it says there is always, always, always something to be thankful for. And she said, if it's not your, you should totally stitch it in your style. If, however, like in your colors, it's not your thing, pass it on. I was like, are you kidding me? What about this is not my thing? Now, it does come with 40 count gauze. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do 40 count gauze. I watched Stitching Mommy do 40 count gauze, and I was like, that's 40 count? That looks like 68 million count. It's tiny. And it's very like flimsy. Anyway, I will be doing this. I will likely be redoing the colors on it to make it Annie joy-filled. So thank you so much, Diana. And I actually have 2 more bags, I think, on pre-order with her. If you go over on Facebook to Eclectic Possessions, that is where she has her beautiful bags. That's also where Emily C. puts her bags up. I have not been lucky enough to snag one of her bags yet. They are highly, highly sought after, the Momily bag. And I know Jessie Marie shows hers, and they're beautiful. So, yeah. I don't know that I'll ever get one of those. However, it would be pretty cool if I did. So, that brings us to under an hour. My folks, I am sorry. I know some of y'all like the long, long, long videos. You could go watch my hysterical attempt at destashing and live videoing. I think I've figured out I need to, one, have somebody who will moderate for me. Because I can't do that when I just have it right here. And then I think I need another screen that has the running chat. So I can see the chat the way that the people watching the video can see the chat, not just what's on my screen. Anyway, I'm a newbie. I will say, starting Tuesday, I believe that's December 1st. If December 1st is not Tuesday, then plug this thought in for Tuesday. We'll begin Flossmas/Vlogmas. No, it's not really Vlogmas because I don't vlog. I don't have enough to vlog during the day. But I am going to do daily Flossmas videos. And during this, I plan on opening my Knitty Advent, sharing kind of any sort of fun things. And then starting the 13th, I will be opening my Nice List daily package from Black Needle Society, and I just think it'd be fun to spread a little bit of extra joy during the month of December. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas like I do, and you celebrate another holiday or day, any kind of celebration, let's just celebrate that we're in the last month of 2020. How about that? Is that a good celebration? Yes, it is. So now let's do a little Angel Kindness cards. So these are from Teresa Kogut. There are 52 of them in here. And I've been sharing them not quite 52 weeks, 52 episodes. And I think she is beautiful. And on the back it says, when you awake in the morning, ask yourself, what can I do today to become the person I want to be? So for me, it's 5:15 on Friday evening. So tomorrow in the morning, I plan on thinking that. What can I do today to become the person I want to be? And I love that down here in the corner, very simply, it has love. So I know that that's one thing I can do to help myself always become the person I want to be, which is love. And I want to thank each of you for the love that you share with me. I am so excited to enter into the month of December with each of you and to share a little snippet of my daily life. And with that, I think we are done for this week. I apologize that the video is shorter. I also, again, want to extend an I'm sorry to the 4 folks who purchased me a fancy floss, and their names are not going to be on the end card. I hate that. So with that, I will say to you, so long, stitch well. I'll see you soon, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, and I'll see you next week, and it'll be December. Bye.